So the question says 5 more than a number. So 5, that's a key thing, more than a number. Let's call that number, let's call it x, because that's often, we don't actually know it. To begin with, we call it x, is equal to, it says twice. So that's 2 times, twice means times the number. So let's put that there. And so that's kind of how you change it into a word, from words to an equation. Then we need to try, well, halfway anyway, we've got to then convert these words into operations, and then we can try and solve it. So let's say 5 more than a number. So 5 more than 10 is 15, 5 more than 20 is 25. So you're adding, aren't you? You're adding to the x. So I'm saying I've got the value of x and I'm adding 5 equals 2 times it. And we can, right, we don't put the times symbol because it looks like an x, we say 2x, like that. So now what you've got to consider is saying, right, how do I solve all of this? A nice way to do it is to say, right, I'm going to get rid of an x from both sides, because there's an x there and there's 2x there. So I'm going to minus an x from both sides. And that means I've left on this side with 5, because that's got rid of that. I get rid of one of those x's, so I get 5 equals x. So there's my answer, x equals 5. And what we can do is we can check to see if we're right, because we're saying 5 more than x, so 5 plus what we think is 5 is 2 times 5, is that right? 10 equals 10. Yeah, happy days. Okay, question 2. Okay, question 2. So 7 more than a number. So 7 more than, remember more than what that means. You've got to get into language here. More than a number. So then we call it x. I mean, that is equal to 1 more, so 1 more than twice the number. So twice the number. So that's twice the number. Let's call it 2x. Okay, so we've got 7 more than number. So let's get our number x, and we're going to add, because that's what more than means, add our 7, and that equals 1 more than twice 2x. So I've got my 2x, and I want to add 1 to that, because it's 1 more than whatever this is. So now I've written it out here like this. We can try and solve it. So again, get rid of things. I've got x on both sides, so I want to get rid of this x because it's on its own. So I get rid of x. Therefore, I lose I lose one of those two. So I just simply get x. So I have 7 equals x plus 1. What do I add to 1 to make 7? What do I add to 1 to make 7? In other words, take away 1 from both sides, and I get x must be 6. Okay, question 3. We're still all in one colour now. So 2 more than the product. So 2 more, 2 plus the product of a number and 5. Now the product of a number, that means you times the following 2. So of a number, x and 5. So I'm going to times x and 5. Can you see how that looks like a times? Okay, is equal to 8 more than the number, so x plus 8. So let's tidy all that up because that looks kind of messy. So I've got 2 plus 5x equals x plus 8. Okay, so 2 more than the product of a number and 5 is equal to 8 more than that number. And then we go to this part, which says, first of all, get rid of that x. So I've got 5 here, I've got 1 there, get rid of it on this side. So I'm left with 4x's here. And then what do I add to 2 to make 8? What do I add to 2 to make 8? And hopefully you can see I had 6. So that must be equaling to 6, because effectively you've taken 2 away from both sides. And now, what's attached? 4 what? More complicated, so 4 what? It's 4 times, so I need to divide both sides by 4. So that's 6 over 4, or 3 over 2.